Good morning, and thank you for joining us for another edition of Coffee with Tom and Joanne. I'm Joanne Toronto.
And I'm Tom Matthews. And today we want to bring to our clients the idea that Gibson Sotheby's International Realty has a dedicated relocation and referral department. And that is a very powerful tool for our clients to be aware of, because the Gibson Sotheby's, when we joined 12 years ago, we had 8 offices in the company and like 100 agents. And now we have 25 offices and like close to 500 agents all over Massachusetts. And the reach that Sotheby's has throughout the country and the world is phenomenal. So Joanne, like, what power do you see in having a dedicated relocation and referral department in the company?
So I think one of the things that can be most helpful for people, when the idea of buying another property becomes, when it's in its infancy, right? So let's say you're thinking, hey, I want to buy a house in Florida. I want to buy a house in the French Riviera. I want to buy a house in Australia. The only way for you to be able to get real, true information is to be connected with an expert with boots on the ground in that location. And what we can offer to you is, even when you're in the infancy of thinking about moving, or you're not even committed to it, we can set you up with an expert in whatever location you're interested in. And it could be multiple locations, so it could be more than one agent, but we can set you up with an expert, whether it be up at Lake Winnipesaukee or around the globe. We'll set you up with somebody who is able to give you information about the market, information about areas that you might be interested in, and really try to help you get educated on the location that you're interested in, all from afar. So having the reach that Gibson Sotheby's has, we are able to identify top performers in each market and then give you a good referral and introduction to an agent that can help you to understand more about the market you're interested in.
And the power of having a referral is that you have us, and that we are your trusted advisor. You know us, you like us, and you trust us. And we are going through a network and finding you other people that we know, like, and trust, so that you can have a great real estate experience in the other area. And I'm just thinking back in 2021, Joanne and I helped clients who moved to the New Hampshire Lakes region. We had one client move to Pennsylvania. We had another client move to the seaport in Boston. And, people say to us, well, Tom and Joanne, you're in Concord, going to Boston's easy. Yeah, driving to Boston's easy. Going to catch a Red Sox game is easy. But when it comes to real estate, we feel that you should have hyper-local focus. And so we would prefer to refer you to a realtor who covers that, because in the city, a building is like a town. And you have to know the doorman, you have to know the intricacies of the building, the amenities. And rather than Joanne and I try to learn it, we find agents and we refer people. We referred a client of ours had homes in Brockton to sell, and we referred clients down there. Both homes were sold successfully. And that the power that brings, because each of those clients called us up and they said, thank you. Moving to a new area is so stressful, and having someone that we trust was so helpful. But the other part of the referral process that I think is really important is that when Joanne and I connect our clients with a realtor, we have the opportunity to stay involved. So, oftentimes people will call us as a sounding board and say, hey, this is the strategy we're thinking, or I know you don't know the buildings, but you know how to run numbers. Can you just run the numbers for us? And Joanne, what other power can you have by staying involved in a transaction?
I think also just staying involved with the agent on the other side. And if there are any concerns, you might be able to smooth some issues over about communication or style, or whatever it may be. I think it's there's a lot of synergy in a referral situation like this, and it's an opportunity for you to meet somebody who can plug you into maybe the social pipeline when you get to your new location. So it's great to have that relationship in place. And it's also great to just have the services that come along with looking for a home. So for example, even, a lot of people think 12 months ahead of time, hey, let's buy a beach house, let's buy a lake house, let's buy a mountain house. And by getting connected to an agent, you can then look at all of the listings. You get information about what's happening in town. Are they building new schools? Is the mountain getting a new state of the art gondola that's going to be bringing in more people? Things that you might be interested in as an investor in a secondary market. Or in a primary market, if you're looking at school districts or lifestyle. So having that partnership in place is what we specialize in, and we can help people in any location around the globe. And that's the power of Sotheby's.
Yeah, and I just want to share like a great story before we close this. Last year, Joanne and I helped clients move to New Hampshire, and our buyers the sellers that we sold their home for them, but they needed to sell their home to buy. And so the listing agent in New Hampshire was really nervous about accepting a contingency offer. And because I had a relationship with the referring buyer's agent in New Hampshire, I said, hey, tell that listing agent to call my cell and I'll talk to them. And they told me at the closing table that relationship of me talking to the listing agent and giving her like weekly updates made the deal work. And everyone was thrilled at the end of the process. So we just want people to know that power is there. The Gibson, we have the reach, and we want people to utilize us as a tool for all of their real estate moves.
Right.
So thank you for watching the Coffee with Tom and Joanne. I'm Tom Matthews.
And I'm Joanne Toronto. Cheers.